Hi guys, it's me, the Pecan Tan Beauty, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a highly requested video on how I relax my hair. I am about 5 weeks post relaxer right now, and I am in serious need of a relaxer. So for those of you that watch my channel who are not familiar with what a relaxer is a straightening process that's used on kinky hair, mainly African American hair. And it's a process that actually converts the natural curl pattern in the hair to straight. So it's kind of like the opposite of a permanent wave, and the permanent wave actually takes straight hair and converts it into curly hair. So it's pretty much the total opposite. Right now, as you can see, I am a little bit kinky here in the part and just around the edges. Again, I'm about 5 weeks post relaxer. I normally relax between 5 and 6.5 weeks. It just depends on what's going on and if there's humidity outside. All of those factors take a huge part in how often I relax my hair. So I just want to put out there, I am recording from my camera today, and because I don't have my computer, which means I don't have all the fancy editing software, so this video is going to be raw and uncut. It's going to be unedited. It may be a little bit long because I can't do all the fancy speed ups and stuff like that. So you guys, I hope you bear with me, and at the end of the day, I hope that you guys still are able to take something from this video, or to help you to maybe try something different, a different technique whenever you are relaxing your hair. So again, this is how I relax my hair, and I'm not saying that it's the wrong way or the right way, but this is how I do it, and it works for me. So I recommend you checking with a professional stylist or a professional cosmetologist before you decide to relax your hair. So the relaxer that I'm going to be using today is one that I featured in my hair care routine video, and if you have not checked out that video, please do so, and I will also link it in the description box below for you to take a look. And so the relaxer that I'm going to be using today is my Africa's Best, and it is in the regular formula. The relaxers normally come in 3 different formulas: mild, regular, which is the one that I'm using, and also super. So, and the strength of the relaxer depends on the texture of your hair and also the condition of your hair. If you have very fine, thin hair, you probably would want to use the mild formula. My hair is just regular or normal, so I use the regular strength. But if you have coarse or thick hair, you probably would be okay using the super strength. But again, please make sure that you consult with a professional, because using a relaxer can be very damaging to your hair if not used properly. So in this relaxer box comes with pretty much everything that you need as far as making sure that the relaxer is going to work properly. But you also need a comb, and this is called a dye brush, but I actually use it as a relaxer brush as well to help the application of the relaxer go on a little bit easier and a little bit cleaner and neater. So let me just show you what comes in the box. Okay, so this is how it looks when you open it up. So what comes in the box is your cream relaxer, which is your step 2, but let me just go in order here. So step 1 is actually the activator that you're going to need to put and mix with your cream relaxer. So this is actually the activator. That's step 1 right here. And then step 2 is the cream relaxer. That's step 2. Step 3 is the neutralizer, which is a shampoo. And what this does is it stops the process of the relaxer. So you always want to make sure that you use a neutralizing shampoo, because it stops the chemical processing of the relaxer. So this is a very, very important step. And then what else comes in here is, this is step 4, and this is just a Africa's Best deep conditioner, which is actually a pretty good conditioner. I've used this a couple times outside of the relaxer kit. And then also you get your instruction packet, and what comes in here is a spatula that you can use to stir up your relaxer when you mix it with your activator. And then it also comes with instructions, and it comes in many different languages. I've torn it up, but it comes in Spanish, French, English. It looks like a Korean or a Chinese. It comes in lots and lots of different languages. And it also comes with a pair of gloves that you are going to need, because a relaxer is a chemical process and it will burn and sting your hands. So you do want to make sure that you protect your hands and your fingers with some type of protectant. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up my step 2, which is the cream relaxer. And it comes with a plastic top. You want to peel that off. And then I'm just going to open up my activator, which is my step 2. And I'm going to pour it to here. And then you just want to mix it well. You want to keep mixing it until all the activator and the cream are very well mixed. Okay, now we have our relaxer all mixed up. That's how it looks once it's all mixed up. I'm sorry if you can't see it. The lighting here is not all that good. There we go. But our relaxer is very well mixed. So the next thing that we're going to do is, I always just take my towel, put it on around my neck, and then I take my hair, and normally I don't part it into 4 sections, but the correct way is to take it and part it into 4 sections, which is first down the middle. So down the middle, and then again across here. So you're going to have 4 different little sections. So you have your section here, and then you have your 2 sections in the back, like this. Okay, so now I'm going to put on my gloves, and if you'd like, you can also base your scalp, which means you can use like Vaseline or any type of relaxer base. And what that does is it just puts a coating on your scalp so it won't burn as quickly. But I don't normally burn, so I don't normally base my scalp or around my edges or anything like that, because I really don't leave the relaxer on that long. Okay, so I'm just going to put on my gloves, and then I'm going to take my relaxer brush, and I normally start in the back, because the back is the most kinkiest, if you want to call it that. So I normally start at the back and work my way up. So I'm just going to take my dye brush or my relaxer brush, and I'm going to dip it into my relaxer, and then I'm just going to start here at the top. And you guys, with short hair, it's going to be tough not to overlap it. It's going to be really tough not to overlap it. So you just want to neatly place it in the part, and I go all the way around this section here, and I hope you can see this. And then I take the other side and I do the same thing. I try not to let it touch the hair, but you know, the ends, but with short hair it's gonna touch. Okay, so just make sure that you get all those edges behind the ear. Make sure you get all of that. And you guys, you can work from side to side. You can do one side at a time, or you can go side to side. Just for even distribution, I'm going side to side. And you want to make sure you take small pieces just so you make sure all of the hair is getting saturated with the relaxer. And if you get any on your skin, you want to make sure that you get it off immediately because it will start to burn. Okay, once it's all done, it should look like this. You should have all parts covered here. Okay, so now let's start on the top. Since we have the back all relaxed. So I normally start here in the middle. And then I go to my edges, because the edges are one of the most important things that you want to make sure is all straight. And again, make sure you get in that part. Okay, and just be very careful not to get it on your skin. Told you this was going to be raw and uncut, you guys. So, and again, this is my hair, so I don't really mind if it overlaps because my hair is in pretty good condition. So I mean, if it overlaps, then I don't worry about it too much. People with longer hair tend to worry about overlap more because, you know, my hair, when I cut it on the ends of it, it's gonna, that if it's any damage done, that's gonna be cut off because I cut my hair every relaxer. So just make sure that you keep any relaxer off of your skin. So you just want to go through and take small sections and just make sure that all of the hair is saturated with the relaxer to make sure that you have even processing and that you don't have some spots that are straight and others that still have that natural curl pattern. And you want to be somewhat neat with this. I mean, I know it's messy because it is a cream, but you still want to be somewhat neat with it. You don't want to necessarily have relaxer everywhere. So see, I'm just going through and just making sure that all of my new growth is covered. And my edges. So again, we want to wipe that off of the skin. So, and then I always just start from the bottom here. It's a very simple process. You just have to take your time, but work quickly, if that makes any sense. So you just want to get very close to the very start of your new growth. So this is a bit tough to do on camera, you guys, so you're gonna have to excuse me, but I hope that you're still getting the point. And you're supposed to try to stay off of the scalp as much as possible, but you still want to be able to grab all of that new growth in there to make sure that it's straight. And again, this is how I do it, and it works for me. You guys, this is the best feeling when you relax your hair and it's nice and straight. You can do a lot more with it. It looks a lot neater. So I love giving myself a relaxer because I love the end result of it. So anyway, we still have our 4 sections, and we have not saturated all of the hair with relaxer because the ends are already straight. So we don't necessarily want to straighten the ends and over process the ends. Okay, so the next step in the process is called the smoothing process. So what that does is you're just going to go back through and work back through the sections that you have already worked just to smooth them out. So I'm going to start from the bottom, and you can actually use a comb or you can still use the brush, but I like to use a rat tail comb. So I start there and then I just kind of smooth it down. So I part it, and then I just take my hands and then I just press that new growth down. And then also you can tell if you missed any spots because it's going to be a little bit rough. So just make sure you go back and add more relaxer to those spots to where you feel it a little rough when you go down here, like with your fingers. Okay, so I'm just going to do this all the way around. So you're just really pressing on the new growth, just straightening out the new growth that's right there at the roots. Okay, let me just do a little bit of the front, and then I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to continue the smoothing process off camera, and then I will be back to show you what it looks like afterwards. But I'll just do a little bit of the side. So I'm just going to part it, and then just at the new growth area, smooth it out. So I take the comb and I go right there just to the new growth, and then I take my fingers and then I finish smoothing it out. So I'll do one more before I go and finish the rest off camera. So I just take my new growth, comb it down just a little bit, very, very gently, and then I continue to smooth it out with my fingers. So I'm going to finish smoothing it out and I will be right back. Okay guys, so this is how it looks after smoothing. And at the last 2 or 3 minutes, I do pull the relaxer through the ends just a little bit, just to make sure that the relaxer is evenly distributed. And then this is how it looks in the back. So this is how I relax my hair. So now I am off to wash it out, and I am going to use my step 3, which is the shampoo, and then I'm also going to use my step 4, which is the deep conditioning treatment. So anyway guys, I'm going to go and shampoo out my relaxer and also apply my deep conditioner, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have shampooed and neutralized my hair, and you want to make sure that you thoroughly wash out the relaxer. I normally try to wash it out maybe about 3 different times just to make sure that I have completely got all traces of the relaxer out of my hair. Also, the shampoo, the neutralizing shampoo that comes with the relaxer kit, it has a color indicator in there to let you know that you still have traces of the relaxer in your hair. So if the foam or the suds in your hair is still pink, that means that you still have some traces of relaxer. So you just want to keep washing your hair until you have no traces of pink in the suds or the foam inside of your shampoo. So then I followed up with step 4, which was the deep conditioning treatment that came with the kit. And now my hair is ready to style. What I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to wrap it, and then once it's dried, I'm going to trim like around the edges because it's grown out quite a bit around the edges since the last time I had a relaxer. So that's probably what I'll be doing. And as you can see, my hair is straight. I don't have any more new growth. And I probably need to do one more shampoo because I see a little bit of dry scalp in there. So as you can see, it is straight with no new growth traces, which I like. So anyway guys, I will see you on my next video, and again, I hope this video was helpful. And my next video is going to be a hair coloring video because normally I color my hair when I relax it with a permanent relaxer, with a permanent color, but the color does not contain any peroxide or ammonia supposedly, and it's been working for me. So my next video will be a hair coloring video, how I color my hair, what product I use, the application process, and also the brand. So anyway, I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.